Hello everybody, I'm Giuseppe Basili, also known as the Fib Stalker, and you can find me at www.fibstalkertrading.com. I'm also a premium contributor to FX Trades. You can find most of my videos on FX Trade as well. Some of the videos are premium videos, and they're part of the my community winning with algos. All right, so in this video, I'm going to review for you 4 pairs: Australian dollar, US dollar, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. So let's start from the Australian dollar, US dollar here. When you look at this market, a very large time frame, we saw a market that moved lower, but differently from New Zealand dollar, which is a little bit stronger. New Zealand dollar, the Australian dollar was not capable of holding this 50% level. Where New Zealand dollar has had success, the Australian dollar has not, and this market also has been controlled by shorts, which recently have failed to continue lower, and actually keep pushing this price lower. And we can see here this market has been very technical, participating at 70, 97, 19, first and second target, and then after that, the next retrace was captured, but not using this trace, but rather the lows to lows. And of course, there are algorithms can be modeled in different ways as well. We could actually model algorithms with different traces. For the purpose of the analysis here, I'm going to consider the trace here, and it was confirmed twice. It was confirmed from the profit taking coming right at that first target, and then again the market moving not into that second target, and then moving higher, and then algorithms pushing this price into the second target. And only after that we actually saw this market reacting. The next measured move short has not been respected. However, there is no long interest from weekly and monthlies here, so there is not a strong case for longs, although this market is moving on the upside, but in a non-technical way. So we have to look at this market using the other tools we have. One of the reasons why this market cannot move higher or is not moving higher very quickly is because of this large monthly value area, which is actually holding price down. But if that area is going to be worked out, there is a good possibility for this market to reduce a lot, and that would be 89.2062. That would mean very weak US dollar as well. So fundamentally, this is aligned. This is actually aligned with the fundamentals that we're seeing at the moment. We don't have a lot of information or a big edge here on this daily time frame, but we know that this market has been very technical and traded 50% here recently. I aided by that weekly value area, the money, and so this market has the potential to continue higher, and this again is aligned with the scenario that we gave for the US dollar before. You can review the very first video of this series. The Australian dollar, Japanese yen, it's actually a market that has been moving lower as well, and this market has not been supported. So this market actually has moved lower, and as you can see here, has not been supported like other markets. There was initial support participation twice, but the third time it failed. So it's not really a strong case for longs in this market, although this market has actually almost worked out this weekly dump money short area here, and If this market moves above that area, then it could come as high as 87.64. Notice though that this market will be pushed lower, although it might be strong at the moment, be pushed lower eventually when it gets into this weekly area here. So don't expect or anticipate that this market is gonna move higher, bust higher. Um, this market will find a lot of resistance here on the daily time frame. The move obviously is convincing here, and again, this market could find actual resistance even in the daily, in the weekly, from the weekly value area short here. So we need to be careful in this market because um, shorts could come in either from these levels here. If this market moves higher, I like to see it within this area, and I'm gonna look for short when the market gets into this area. So weekly time frame for the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar here, and this market is not really very technical. I also don't have a lot of price data here, but this market actually, I modeled this market in a sequence of extension shorts, and that sequence has failed, but we don't have any level that is supporting a case for bulls here, and that's the reason why we're seeing this market moving laterally, and eventually this extension short here has failed initially, but then the market continued to that second target, and only after hitting that second target, this is so-called a basket setup. And as you can see, this market is moving laterally, so it's not giving us a lot of edge. When that happens, I always like to look at moves on the smaller time frames, and that's why it's very important to understand what's going on this market on the daily time frame, and then add additional models. So this market has been moving a very extended way on the downside, and there are different ways to model this market. We can use an anchor, which is another bull anchor here, and that gives us an area of where the market participated initially, and then again found participation. And the participation was not enough to bring price into the previous lows though, and so again we need to move lower on the smaller time. As you can see, there is a lot of indecision in this market, not only on the larger time frame but also on the smaller time frame. So there was initial participation, then break. If this market moves lower, this market could actually break also the opposing measured move here. So we're going to see what happens with this market is going to continue lower here. Interestingly enough, this setup here, which anyway did not hold, has a similar target than the larger extension short here at 101 at parity basically for this pair. The share the New Zealand dollar has been relatively stronger, so we could see the market continuing lower here and participating and actually with continued participation in this short here. When we look at the time following here, this is very interesting because this market is actually trading a short. So this is an opportunity here, although as you can see, the weekly are pointing the weekly down money is pointing down, and the daily is that money is pointing up. So this move lower is not going to come very quickly, and you have to be very careful here because of this potential support area here. So it's not an easy trade or a trade that would actually quickly provide risk-free trade, which is what we want. But there is a possibility for this market to start moving lower in this area and then maybe bounce in that after testing that value area and then moving higher again and then possibly continuing lower. So it's an interesting opportunity here. Not sure whether we can get a risk-free trade, which is what we want, but it's definitely an opportunity after this area will be tested, and we'll see how we can take advantage of this market. Finally, I'll show another Canadian dollar, not really very technical, although there were some measured moves in this market, also on the larger time frame. As you can see here, when there are these big wicks, I mean, it's very difficult to find a level that was participated. When we use the higher anchor here, we can justify this first target, but then the market failed to follow up. There was no participation, or if we see a little bit of participation here, but then the level has failed, and actually bears were not capable of holding this price. Not initially. Now we are seeing this price being contained by this 101.68, and we will see whether this is capable of reversing this market. When we look at the trend following here, the trend following system are actually supporting higher prices, and there's an extension here trading and supporting this price, and along with that money is actually pushing this price above this level into potentially 102.45 and potentially even higher 104.71. Okay, so that's what we see on this market on the weekly. On the daily, again, we can try to decompose this move high that we saw on the weekly in measured move here. And again, this is pretty technical market, like most of these markets. As you can see, they trade in traditional measured move, almost to the pip there, with participation from dump money, weekly dump money. Sorry, yes, deep weekly dump money there. And then the price gets to the first tag, and there is a sell off. And now that sell off has brought price into the weekly. This was a daily dump money area, and this is a weekly dump money area, and we are seeing this market being pushed higher into into the potential target of an extension that we should be for. We can be more refined on the daily, and that extension that we saw on the weekly, we have better values, more precise targets, 102.64 here, and potentially, as this is an extension, 105.24. And this is it for this group. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, if you want to get more information, you can find me at fibstocktraining.com. I'm also a premium contributor for FX Trade, and on Twitter you can find me at FibStalker. Thanks for watching.